Jackie Robinson, raise your hand. Alright. How many people know why Jackie Robinson's famous? A few of you. Jackie Robinson was born in 1919, raised by his mother, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters. Jackie Robinson was influenced by his 2 other brothers to play sports throughout high school. After high school, he went to a junior college and later on got a full scholarship to UCLA. At UCLA, he was the first athlete to earn 4 varsity letters in 4 different sports. That's basketball, football, baseball, and track. Jackie Robinson came up short when he was about to graduate because of financial trouble that he was having. So he dropped out of college. After college, Jackie Robinson moved to Hawaii. By that time, though, was World War II. Jackie Robinson got deployed. As he was on the bus to get deployed, he sat in front of the bus. A white man walked up to him and said, "You're in my seat. Get back to the bus. Get in the back of the bus." Jackie Robinson looked at him and said, "I ain't moving. This is my seat. This is where I stay." Jackie Robinson got arrested for not moving. He spent 2 years in jail because he didn't move out of that seat. As soon as he was released, he decided to go play for the Negro Leagues. What the Negro Leagues are is the African American League for baseball. Since the time was segregated, and they had the MLB, which is where all the white people played. Jackie Robinson played 1 year of the Negro Leagues until he got spotted by someone in the MLB. That one person was Branch Rickey. If you don't know who Branch Rickey is, he was the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers. At that time, the Brooklyn Dodgers were the highest team. Everyone wanted to be on that team. So Jackie Robinson seen it as way to break the segregation between the Negro Leagues and the MLB. So Jackie Robinson faced a lot of troubles going into the MLB. The first day he walked into the locker room, everyone stopped what they're doing and just stared at him, like you guys are now. Stared at him, didn't want nothing to do with him. Players around him moved their stuff, moved to the other side of the locker room. Jackie Robinson was by himself. The first game, he had players threatening Coach, "Coach, I'm not going to play. Jackie Robinson's on the field. Coach, I'm going to quit the team. I'm going to a different team." He had other teams saying they're not going to play against the Brooklyn Dodgers just because a black man was on that team. But Jackie Robinson didn't let that affect him. Jackie Robinson wanted to prove a black man can play a white man's sport. So sometimes when he got the bat, people would just beat him 9-2 fastball right in the back just so he can get on base. So Jackie Robinson had also faced all the fans in back of him when he was standing on the base. Got racial remarks towards him, got stuff thrown at him. Jackie didn't care. He was going to show him everything. That year, Jackie Robinson batted the average of 300. Batting 300 is like every time you go at the bat, you get hit. But that's not every time you get. 300 is really high. Had 12 home runs, 29 stolen bases. Okay, 19 of the stolen bases were home plate. Think of that reaction time that he had when, as soon as the pitcher lets go of the ball, he's standing at home plate scoring. I tried to steal home plate. I look like a fool. I can't steal it. My coach looked at me and said, "You're not Jackie Robinson." All right. So other teams started to recognize, look, Jackie Robinson came from the Negro Leagues. There has to be more other players just like him. So that's when other teams started to go out for other Negro players. And that's when Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, all became popular just because Jackie Robinson was. Jackie Robinson became so popular, everyone on the radios, did you see what Jackie did? Jackie stole another home plate. Jackie hit another home run. A few years, that year, Jackie Robinson won MVP, Most Valuable Player, and Rookie of the Year. Those two awards are one of the hardest things to do in Major League Baseball. He did it in 1 year, his first season. Jackie Robinson later won the World Series with the Brooklyn Dodgers. He was one of the highest paid people on the Brooklyn Dodgers. I mean, he was an African American, but no one cared no more because he's seen that he can play. Started everyone playing. Later on, Jackie Robinson retired. A few months after, he was introduced into the Hall of Fame. So, if you go to New York Yankees' new stadium, his Hall of Fame picture's right there. After today, I hope that you know when someone asks who's Jackie Robinson, y'all know who he is, because he changed MLB, Major League Baseball, forever. Thank you.